Good morning, church. This is my testimony. Growing up non-religious, the closest I ever came to attending church was joining my friends on Friday nights to play basketball outside the church near my neighborhood. Occasionally, I'd step into the actual church, but I was solely there to take advantage of the free hoop. When I was 15, my friend from high school invited me to her youth group. They didn't have a basketball hoop, but did have very emotionally moving music. This is when my journey with Christianity began. I started to come not only on Fridays, but Sundays. I said a prayer to accept Jesus into my heart. In the years to follow, I would repeat versions of that initial prayer many times. I found myself in a cycle, sinning, rededicating my life, and promising not to make the same mistakes again. My Christianity was rooted more in moralism than the gospel. I pursued being a good person, all while becoming worse. Still, those early days gave me a sense of purpose I lacked as a teenager with no real vision for the future. I was given community during a very lonely season of my life, but with no foundation rooted in the gospel, my so-called faith eventually crumbled. What started as curiosity about the faith that I so-called believed quickly turned into a negative and cynical attitude towards Christianity. It no longer made sense. That began my journey to try and intellectually resolve my doubts about my faith. I questioned issues like evil, hell, the resurrection, biblical inerrancy, and many more, which led to me completely denying the faith after 13 years of regular attendance and service. I broke the news to my wife after being married for 7 years, which caused a dissonance in our relationship, being that she was on the opposite side of the spectrum. Having 2 young kids and opposing worldviews was challenging. Eventually, I tried to piece together a version of faith that resolved my doubts, a version that would allow me to blur the lines of truth. But coming to grace, I began to see my heart reflected through the preaching of the gospel. I had been hiding behind the mask of curiosity. On my best days, I was genuinely wrestling with the claims of Christianity. On my worst, I was pridefully putting God on trial as if I was the judge. I saw the true nature of my heart and its inclinations. I repented this time because of the sinfulness of my heart in all its ways. I stopped trying to work my way to God through knowledge and rested on the truth of coming to Jesus. John 14:6. Jesus said to him, "I am the way and the truth and the life. No one comes to the Father but through me." I now find peace in the truth of Ephesians 2:4-6, that I was dead in my trespasses but made alive in Christ by God's rich mercy and great love. Doubt no longer dominates me. I no longer care to get caught in the endless loop of philosophical inquiries. I am dedicating my life to bring God glory for the work of Jesus Christ, who died on the cross so that I might be saved. Thank you.